Hi all, welcome to Balkan Shipyards. So let's do some armor stuff, some calculations and stuff, because we're decking the armor. Before I deck the armor, so I put in all the ribs. Okay, the ribs have really small plywood gussets, 5mm poplar, which get glassed on the one side and filleted both sides. Okay, so here's what it has to go in. So it gets the two fillets and then it gets glassed one side only. That's how they're all going in. Very, very strong. I've always done it like this. I really like it. It takes the weight down into the walls and onto the gunnel itself. It's tough stuff. Immediately I prime with my epoxy primer that adheres perfectly well to the epoxy resin. And that's how I'm doing deck ribs. For fixing them in place, before I fillet them, I bang in small toothpicks over here. It's a little 2mm hole, a little bit of epoxy, I bang it in, and then that holds it in place. It doesn't wobble, doesn't fall, doesn't move, and I can fill it, okay? So we've been doing that like that, really simple stuff. So before I can put the deck on, I need to know where these guys come, how high they go, okay? I need a rough estimate. I'll cut them after I've mounted them, but I need to know now where the aka comes above deck on armor, that it levels out perfectly with where the aka comes on the vaka, okay? So I need to know this dimension from deck to the top of the aka on the armors. Okay, so first thing, I went over my calculations over here. This is what I did about a year ago. There's a video, the previous video, that speaks about me finding all this volumes and stuff. That's armor calculations. And I came out at the time with 180 liters at 25 draft. That's what I need. 180 liters I need, and the cardboard model said that it will come out at 25 draft. That's roughly how I designed it to be. Now, since I have the armor and I'm not working anymore with a cardboard model, which is a 1:10, which you can make bigger mistakes when you're working to ratio. The best is to work full size, okay? So once you get the full size, then you start working full size and you start your calculations again. The models are just rough estimates. They don't work at one point. I don't know. Things get strange. The bigger things get, the more things change and stuff. So it's good to do things once again. So I've done it again over here and I've calculated volume on this armor, and I've come to, I worked out my weights and stuff, because now I weighed the armor. It was 35 kilos. I know that the armor now is 35 kilos, and I know what the weight that is going to come onto this armor, which is half the deck, half the akkers, the weight of the armor itself, a little bit of weight of crew, about a third of the weight of the crew, because the crew is closer to the vaka, so only a little bit of our weight will come onto this, and so on and so forth. And I come to say I want 200 liters, 200 kilos, 200 liters of volume I want. So here's my 200 liters of volume, and I got them at 28 centimeters, which is really good because the original calculation was 180 at 25. So I'm actually very, 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 very close, and I'm very happy with this stuff, okay? So now from now on, I got my draft, and my draft is 28 centimeters, which is there. Now that says 30 because it's 30 off the floor, because I like using the floor to measure stuff, okay? Measuring vertical is always better than measuring, you know, on an angle on the side of the boat. You don't want to do that because then you'll have mistakes. So it's better to measure vertical, and you can always use the floor, and that's what I do. Okay, so I got 30 from the floor. That's my 28 draft water line, 30 from the floor. I take my water pipe, I've leveled this armor really well using the water pipe, and then I put my water pipe over here at 5mm above this shear clamp because there's a deck of 5 coming on top, and I've got my point over here, and that's what it is. Okay, wonderful. So now from there down to the floor I've got 50. From here down to the floor I've got 30. Okay, so now I can start calculating stuff. So here's the armor, and it's 50 minus 30 is 20. Okay, now that 20 is just this above waterline. There's 20 centimeters exactly here above waterline. On the Vaka itself I've got the same stuff happening. I've got from the floor to where the Aka comes, I've got 97.5. Okay, and down to the bottom, at waterline, which is 45 draft, because that is my waterline. Okay, it's the same, 45 draft. When I go down, I got 50 from there to the floor. Okay, so 97 take away 50 is 47.5. So that means Akas are coming in at 47.5 above waterline. At the armor we got gunnel to waterline is 20, and all we have to do now is 47.5 take away 20 is equals to 27.5, and that means that Akas are 27.5 centimeters above armor's deck. Okay, so it's 27.5, over here putting at 28 because I haven't got the 5mm deck, so I added on another 5mm to the 27.5, so I'm 28. This level is exactly where the Aka lands. The Aka lands on top of this level. Okay, and I'm done. Basically I figured out the stuff, and I can start working now on decking this armor, because once I glue these guys in there's no going back, and I need to know that I roughly get them at the right height. Of course we cut them afterwards and we get all that stuff done, and that's basically how we're working over here. Okay, so now I'm gonna start today, glue them in, sand the stuff, get it all sorted out, and we're ready to go, guys. So decking soon, get this armor glossed and get it out of here so we can flip the Vaka and keep cruising. Okay guys, that was just a short episode of Balkan Shipyards, what we're doing, where we're going, how's it working. Going well. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a comment at the bottom. Okay, let's show this algorithm who's the boss. Okay guys, Balkan Shipyards, take care people, keep shunting, may the force be with you. All the best. HAVAYA 3025, Balkan Shipyards.